So, of course, the age-old question. When looking at my skills for my particular heroes, how do we know if, let's say, for example, all troops, what the heck does all troops even mean? When it says all troops, what is it referring to? Well, here's what I can tell you, okay? The context of the word all troops, typically what that usually means is that when it says all troops, it means all troops. Pretty straightforward. But you may be wondering, well, what's the context? And that's a different question. Okay, so if I'm the rally captain, that means all the troops in my rally, doesn't matter what unit type it is, right? Is my current understanding of it. So 15% of attack and defense for all troops is being treated like a global, which is to say that if I were to join the rally as the captain, and I'm the captain and this is my skill that I'm joining the rally with, this applies to all of my troops, regardless of unit type. However, if, for example, I go and join someone's rally, now you have a different question. So depending on whether that is the first hero in your lineup, so like say for example you join the rally and this is the first skill at the top right, is going to determine whether that is going to be for all troops or if that's going to be, because you notice how like these two down here, I generally don't feel as though like you can make the assumption, because whenever you join a rally of any kind, I'll show you, for example, if let's say I just joined, you notice how I've got a little flag there, okay? And pay attention to that little flag, because whenever you go into it and you join a rally of any kind, right? It doesn't really matter so much as when you look at the rally itself and you see which, again, varies from time to time, but the main gist is you can look at the captain and then you go into hero skills and you see how in hero skills and then there's rally members, you want to change and look at this because this is what is ultimately going to get applied. Now, what I find the most interesting is it says the only 4 highest level first skills of the hero captains will be effective. Now, it's interesting because obviously the highest level first skill is referring to the very first skill at the top, right, of your hero is going to join that rally. And we're saying 50% for all troops, which implies all troops being all troops in the rally, okay, because this is being treated again as kind of like a bonus that, while you notice how like when I was saying, oh, a captain gets to bring all the skills, that's what I mean by that. Like if you're the rally captain, you're going to get to bring all those skills over. So the 3 heroes that you choose, those skills are going to get brought over. But when you're joining the rally, only the first top rate skill is going to get brought over. I think this is where a lot of people get kind of confused. And so it's a hotly debated topic as to what entirely the lingo means. But as my interpretation of it is maybe sound, maybe not sound. Because again, what I'm telling you is potentially wrong, but I'm fairly positive I'm right. But again, I don't have any way to really test it either and confirm it. But what I can tell you is I know for a fact that the top rate skill, which is the survival instinct skill in this case, is the skill that gets brought into the rally. And what I can tell you is that when you join the rally and say you are the rally captain, okay, and I can show you what happens when I do that, because that's relatively straightforward, okay. If I go and, set the rally and I go over and do the same exact thing, okay, notice how all of these skills are then brought into the rally. That is kind of the gist that I'm trying to get at here, okay. This is how you can kind of very quickly tell, because you can see I've got Mia, Flint, and Alonzo, and having Mia, Flint, and Alonzo in the rally, I've got Bad Luck Streak, Lucky Charm, I've got Ritual. I have all of their skills. All of the expedition skills are brought over. Not the first top rate skill like it is when you're joining the rally. And so I think it's implied that while the lingo of some of these are kind of confusing, admittedly, sometimes you'll look at it and you'll go, well, what is all troops? Is that lancers? Is that all infantry? Is that all range? I mean, my interpretation of that is it's treated as a global, which is to say that it's being treated regardless of what unit type, But at the same token, if that my interpretation of this is incorrect, then someone feel free to, comment below and tell me why. But if anything, I can tell you that you will want to pay attention to the ones that are with swords, okay? The ones that can get brought into the rally. Ones that have a hammer are not getting brought into the rally. So it is kind of important to pay attention to these skills on the right. But with any luck, if you just go off of the logic that I've given you here, generally speaking, you can look at your lineups and very quickly determine what you need to bring into the rally. Because while, yes, you do have the skills here on the right that you want to pay very close attention to, you also want to consider, what context is their gear going into it, because you also have their exclusive that is going to change depending if they're a defender. If they're defending, this is going to apply. If it says attacking, then it's going to apply when they're attacking. Those are little things, but they matter, and obviously even the gear that the hero has on is also going to make a difference, so these are all things that, yes, even if you are joining the rally and you are adding that into the rally with your hero, those are all things that still ultimately matter. Like, you do want to pay attention to that. But with any luck, hopefully that kind of answers the question. And yeah, I'm not giving you a super sure, yeah, this is exactly all troops, all unit types, blah, 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 right? It's not a definitive answer. It's my honest, educated guess. But I'd like to believe I'm right. And hopefully that's good enough for you. And it's good enough for me. And I'll see you guys next time.